Are we live?
So, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we are. All right. And
Good morning.
We have some folks here. Good morning, everyone. Feel free to say good morning if you would like, and let us know how you're doing this morning. Happy full moon. Wow. I hope you guys are in a part of the country where you can see it, because it was powerful last night. Yeah.
We'll give people a couple of minutes to filter in. So just get a comfy seat. Take a few deep breaths and kind of get into our body, because that's what we do.
Actually, that's a great idea. Should we do it?
Let's just take a minute or so.
Okay. So for those of you who are joining us this morning, welcome. Happy Saturday. And let's just start by getting in, rooting down. I'll take a couple minutes while we wait for people to arrive to ground into your body. So we'll be doing a healing session starting at 10:30, a full healing session. But for right now, just calm down your breathing, and you can close your eyes if you want to. I'm going to. It's always nice to start this way. And start by directing your attention into the middle of your chest, where an energy center is found. That's your fourth energy center, and it brings energy to your heart and your lungs and your thymus gland. And when you tune into it and breathe energy right into the middle of it, your heart center activates. And this starts a process of healing and coherence in your body. Helps us to slow down and reroute the energy from our oftentimes very overactive mind into the heart and then into the body. Learning how to live from your heart in this way, by tuning into it consciously and breathing it, ignites a frequency in your body that brings you into a state of calm. Over time, and with tools that Claire and I offer, a state of heart coherence is generated through your body. So just begin to feel in this moment what it feels like to be breathing right into your heart. There we go. Good. All right. So we all just synchronized here, those of us that are in a place. Of course, if you're driving right now or somewhere where you're moving around, you can just listen to my words. And this is all being recorded. So if you're tuning in at a later time, or if you would like to go back to this recording and begin this way, it only takes a couple minutes to get back down into your body. We're bringing the energy down from the overactive mind and down into the lower pelvis now. So find the space at the very base of your spine. We're just gonna take a moment before we begin to root. I always start by opening and activating the heart, because that's what starts a process of shifting the frequencies from an incoherent energetic state into a coherent one. And now as you breathe down into the very lower bowl of your pelvis, there's another energy center down there, and that's your first center. So find that space, and it's okay if you don't know where it is, or I find it oftentimes located right in between a space between the tip of the coccyx. Sorry about the beeps.
Technology.
And the perineum. The perineum is a collection of tissue right between your genitals and your anus. And so the first energy center between the tip of your coccyx bone, which is that little rattlesnake tail-like looking bone, and the very lowest part of your physical body, that's where that root center is often found. Sometimes it can shift. But for the most part, start to find that space within you and just breathe. There we go. Good. And now finally we'll just go down to the earth. So on your next breath, breathe open a space at the very lowest part of your pelvis, your perineum. Open that up as you breathe into it. And when you exhale, drop down to the earth. Just feel that space under your body and direct your attention down there, making a conscious connection to our divine Mother Earth. And as you take your next breath in, breathe up those frequencies, those energies, to ground you down. Okay, beautiful. And now just feel the energy rise up into your pelvis. And as you exhale, sink back down, let your body relax down, feel your shoulders drop, your jaw drop, your face relax, and just your body arrive here in this beautiful 90 minutes that we have together. So welcome everybody. We are so glad that you joined us. So we're here for you. Claire and I are really, really, really thrilled to offer a healing platform that we have been dreaming up for quite some time now. And we had our own inspirations for bringing it through. For me, I was stuck in the model of traditional medicine patient care, and I would see patients for 30 to 40 minutes a month. I would help them, and we would come up with wonderful solutions and problem-solving treatment plans that would basically, get them on their way over the course of a month. And what I found is that a lot of my patients needed more support. They felt fantastic when they left my office, and maybe even just for a week or two, put plan into action and really, owned their healing. But as so often happens when we're left alone, it's really easy to fall back into old patterns of thoughts and behaviors that really have brought us into the states of pain and stagnation that we're all working to dissolve and change. And so when Claire and I got together a year ago, we really started to hold one another, and our skill sets are beautifully complementary. I bring in a physical healing modality that helps us to get into the body energetically, while Claire brings in the emotional work. And together, there is this beautiful marriage of healing that is deep. And I knew that my emotional healing was at a plateau. I tried many different ways and lots of therapy and all kinds of things to heal and to access my emotions, but I just didn't know what I didn't know, and I needed more support, and I needed really ongoing support. Some of you may have had the experience of finding a really amazing counselor, for example, and going to that counselor maybe once a week for an hour, and a lot can happen, in between those sessions. So the inspiration for this platform is to create an avenue for you to receive daily support, hour by hour support, access to both Claire and I on a much more regular basis, live access, more group healing sessions, workshops every month. So we'll get into all of that. But I just wanted to kind of introduce the idea of what was the inspiration behind why we're putting together a healing platform that we're inviting you all to join.
So it's like a Facebook group meets like community forum, meets like online coursework. It's a place where you can come in, you can meet people, you can direct message one another. It's on a platform called Mighty Networks. And so all of our courses from here on out will probably be offered through it. It's a pretty all-in-one little place. So when you log in, there are places where you can chat with other people about different topics. There are calendars within it where you can see the monthly group healing sessions. We're going to do a monthly live Q&A. We're going to offer, a 2-hour monthly workshop that is going to be, the topic will be determined by whoever is signed up, whoever our members are. They'll get to vote on it every month. So it's basically a place for people to have education and connection and find each other all in the same place. Because what Jess and I are putting together in the level 1s, 2, and 3, we know that that's not possible for everyone, one, like from a time or a financial perspective. And so we thought, how can we get this information to people at a lower price point so that more people can participate? And also, how can we create the community that we know we're here to create? And this is one of the blessings of COVID, is that everyone kind of figured out how to find each other on the computer. And so here we are. We want to make sure that until we're able to get our live retreats up and going and, more in-person things, we just want to be able to find each other on a daily basis. So this platform is social, it's educational, and it's hopefully going to deepen your connection to one another and yourself.
And the other thing that, COVID has brought us is accessibility to care and to be seen and really held. I just can't overemphasize the importance of being held in a healing process. Up until meeting Claire, I was pretty much doing it on my own and piecing together all kinds of modalities. Personally, I had a lot of old physical and emotional wounds from many accumulated years of traumas. And so, I was frequently going to osteopathic doctors and massage therapists and chiropractors and acupuncturists. And, I had all kinds of really amazing therapists along the way. And so I was like, kind of taking in all of these different modalities, and I definitely benefited from it all. But there was always this sense that, like, there's more, there's just more. Like, I know that there's more healing available to my body, emotionally, physically. And I just always wished that I had tools to really access that, and so this whole experience of COVID has completely turned around the model of care that I now offer, which is helping you to reclaim your own self-healing capacities. We're all designed to heal. We're designed to heal physically, and we're designed to heal emotionally. And learning those tools is a process. It's a skill set. There's nothing overly complicated about it, but it takes time, it takes consistency, and it takes really like stepping back into the driver's seat of your own health. So this is a total like inversion of healthcare as I have known it. I don't think any one of us has the illusion that healthcare is complete. There is such an incomplete model of care that we're all immersed in now. And so if you go to your traditional doctor, even if you go to traditional chiropractic, osteopathic, massage therapy, acupuncture, there's still this like, there's something missing here. And so I know for me, it wasn't until I started to understand my body energetically, my emotions energetically, and developed a new set of tools to be able to work within my own body, me being the one to take ownership of my healing, that I got to the place where I had a sense I'd be able to get to. So the healing in this platform that we're bringing through, it's going to build upon itself. We are here to augment the healing knowledge that you have been handed through your practitioners, through your education. This is a multidimensional approach to healing, and it is the way that we're all being called back into our bodies. And so, we recognize that those of you who are listening to this right now, you're the way showers, right? Like, you're the ones who are here to do it differently. You're the ones who are here to support this pioneering effort in the inversion of healthcare. So I just want to say I'm like just so excited to have this platform be a forum of all of us to come together. It is not Claire and I leading the way. It's all of us. We're a family. And it's important that we can find one another. Claire and I have these tools to offer, and we will share them regularly, consistently. And also what we ask of you, anyone here, is that, when you come join us, that you share with us what's working for you, what's not working for you, what do you need in order to access your own healing capacities. Because this is personal, this is unique for every single one of you. And so our lens it's a pretty cool lens. We have a lot to share, and we're excited to do so. And this is a place for us to all land at the end of our busy days to learn new things.
I think we've talked a lot about how the energy healing and the emotions are important, but let's talk for just a couple minutes about how they're married and why.
Sure. And also, if you have any questions, go ahead. You can put those into the chat right now.
Or if you want to just say hi to us.
Or if you want to say hi. We love highs. Hello. Yeah, we'd love to hear anything, any comments that you've had, where you're coming from. But also, feel free to ask questions.
As we're about the platform, about what we're offering, any of it. Yeah. Hi, Rebecca. We can also, let's talk about energy and emotions.
Okay, love it.
You want me to start off?
Yeah.
So for me, I've been doing the emotional work for a long time, but I didn't really realize that emotions actually are just energy. And a lot of us move emotions through our bodies by, a lot of different outward kind of ways. Some people punch walls. Some people run. Some people cry, which is me. There are lots of ways to clear energy from our body in an emotional form. And so when I met Jess and she was bringing us through connecting into our energy centers and breathing into them, I was breathing into my hip and I was crying hysterically. And I was like, what is happening? So it became very clear very quickly to me that emotions are just energy. And I'm sinking on my stool again.
Do you want mine? Here, take this one.
This stool is...
Hold on a second.
This stool is always making me... Yeah, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do-si-do.
There we go.
All right. Much better. Thank you. So it just became really clear really quick that emotions are just energy. And so when I started breathing in and started moving them through, Jess and I got to experiment with how this looks together. Our bodies talk to us by giving us pain and dysfunction and discomfort. And there are so many ways to move that energy through. What we kind of realized, and Jess, you may be able to speak to this a little bit deeper, but I'm going to attempt to, is my understanding of energy in our bodies is that the pain that we're having is a collection of dense energy, like Jess talks about. And so when we go in on a daily basis and we connect in with the energy centers and we sort of clear everything out, we're giving ourselves basically a factory reset for that day. But if we have those densities still lodged in our body and there's an emotional component to it, it's just going to keep leaking every day and polluting our energetic system. So when we go in and we bring in the emotional work where we connect to what it is, find the past pain, bring in and connect it with love, and bring awareness to whatever that past situation is that's for lack of a better term, kind of haunting us, then we actually get a chance to dissolve that thing that's leaking in our system every day and creating that dissonance. So then when you've cleared that, when you then go in every day to do your maintenance, to clear out your system, you have less to clear out. There's less that's polluting your system. So that's my very basic way of communicating what I understand about this, but maybe you have more you want to say.
Yeah. So for a lot of us, this is the first time that we're learning about the energetic system of the body. And, for me, as an osteopath, I was putting my hands on my patients for pretty much 20 years. And it took time to unpack what I was sensing and feeling. And at first there was nothing, honestly. When I started doing cranial osteopathy as a medical student back in 2001, it wasn't until midway through my residency, 6 years later, that I actually could feel rhythms and breathing and pulsations when I put my hands on someone's cranium. And so this is a process of getting back into the body. The emotions are, in my opinion, the most important thing for us to learn how to work with, because the emotions are what congest the body. The emotions that we didn't feel, for example, when we were kids. There are many, many, many ways that our unfelt emotions come in, and these densities. So it all comes into our body, and our body is this like incredible storage warehouse of energies. Now, if that energy is not vibrating at a frequency that is love, because that's what we're made of, then our body brilliantly packages it up into a dense form and kind of tucks it away somewhere. And so what happens when we're kids, for example, is that we feel so much, we receive so much energetic information from our outer environments. Our family systems, for example, are just this like jackpot of densities, right? We absorb so much from our families, and it's, they're all wonderful people in our lives, of course, but we all know that our families are ripe with traumatic events that happen over the course of our childhoods, right? And a trauma can be just that you fell down and someone said, toughen up, right? You didn't get to feel the pain of the bruising of your knees. And that comes into the body as energy. So it doesn't matter if you have these huge traumatic events or just these tiny ones. It comes in and it stays tucked inside of us. And when we get older, those densities start to talk. They start to vibrate. They start to show themselves, because the body only wants to return to that state of homeostasis, heart coherence, that frequency of love. Okay. So for me, and I went into all of that because there's a lot that we're going to go into. We just have so much to offer and teach. But I didn't get all that. I didn't understand when I started doing, first off, physical hands-on traditional osteopathy. For me, that was like moving bones and ligaments and joints and helping the body kind of get moving again. And then the second part of my career, I transitioned into something called biodynamics. It's a modality of osteopathy that was taught to me by my late mentor, Jim Gillis. So Jim offered me a whole new tool set, which was put my hands on the body and start to feel the breath of life. Our bodies have vitality, they have health, they have this breath that comes through from a different source, from a higher source. So that's where I came into direct connection with source energy. And then in 2020, after working with the biodynamic model for quite a while, I stopped taking my hands and putting them on patients, and I transitioned into offering different kinds of healing sessions, but still tapping into what felt to me very similarly to those energies that I was feeling through hands-on treatment. So there was a gradual transition into starting to feel energies in you. And then ultimately my body said, hey, guess what? I'm going to show you that you can actually feel my own energetic system. And I did. That was just this miraculous thing that happened to me one day about a year and a half ago when I was running. My body started to push out, like the energy from my heart actually came into my palms. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So we all have these energetic systems. And so what I feel is the starting point. And the reason that, for me, I'm grateful that I was given guidance, intuitive, higher guidance to start understanding what's happening beneath my skin first. Because what ended up happening for me is I had a download, which was, if I can feel my own heart, if I can feel the electromagnetic frequencies that were coming out from my own heart, I wonder if I can actually heal myself and not have to go out there, like not have to go and get a treatment from an osteopath down the street, for example. And so I committed myself to a daily experience, a self-healing practice. And the pain that I'd been having, a lot of pain. I've had a lot of pain in my lifetime because I was in a very, very huge traumatic car accident when I was 4. I was pinned underneath a car. And so that set up, and then I've been an athlete my whole life. So I've had lots and lots of opportunities to develop dense energies in my body that manifested as physical pain. When I started doing this work inside of my own body, what I found is that my body changed. The physical systems started to flow with more space. And so these pains that I had, they started to dissolve. And I thought, oh my God, this is amazing. Like this is why I'm here. I'm here to transition from giving you a treatment hands-on to teaching you how to do this yourself. And so I was off and running with that for a long time. I thought that was complete. I thought that just understanding the energetic system of the body and then moving the energy through it was pretty much everything. And it wasn't until I met Claire that I started to realize, wait a minute, there's emotion that's actually creating the density. There's more going on here. So it was almost like I was with the physical energetics creating like an internal energetic highway, and learning how to work within it prepared me to access the emotions and then move them through. Because what Claire's going to share in a moment here is what happens when we do one without the other from her lens. So for me, what was happening is I also had a lot of emotional traumas when I was a kid. It wasn't just the physical stuff, but I really love the physical body. And so I just dove into it, and my physical pain went away, and I thought I was pretty good, but there's more. I didn't realize it until Claire and I got together that I actually had been bypassing that whole time, that there were so many stuck emotions that were creating a loop in my brain, and it was creating, the way it was manifesting is, I felt unstable in my energetic system. I felt like I always had to clear energy. I knew I was here to do really big things on this planet, meaning I knew I was here to open up an energetic healing school, but I actually had stage fright. I didn't want to get in front of a camera. I felt myself starting to shake, literally. And like my body was afraid. I was really uncertain of how I was going to do this. I had self-doubt. I didn't know if I was worthy to be able to, bring all these things through. And so, that was just this kind of reverberation from wounding that I had acquired when I was a kid. I was really scared as a kid. I had a lot of things that imprinted me with the energies of unworthiness, of self-doubt, of insecurity, of not feeling secure in my home environment, for example. And so these energies started to bubble up to the surface to be seen. And that's the most amazing thing that happens when you have tools to be able to work within them. So all of a sudden, it wasn't just about physical pain. It was actually about the next layer, which was those unfelt emotions. And that's when Claire started to help me and guide me back into working with these emotions.
And from my lens, I had been doing the emotional work for, a decade almost, and diving into working with my inner child, to noticing when my brain was running away with me, diving into some of Eckhart Tolle's awareness work. So many different ways of like really getting to know myself and sort of catching myself when I was escaping from my own work. And so I was no stranger to crying, which I haven't been my whole life, but I actually allowed myself to get comfortable with crying and crying audibly and creating a new relationship with myself that was actually based in love and acceptance instead of critiquing myself and being unkind and judgmental. So I'd been doing that for a long time before I met Jess. And when I started pairing the energy center work with the emotional work that I was doing, I had so much coming up that I would, for instance, I did one of her group healing sessions, and she called after the session to ask how I was doing and what was happening. And I was crying so uncontrollably. I had mobilized so much emotion and so much energy in my body, but I wasn't grounded whatsoever. And I didn't even know how to do that. So it was swirling around inside me, but I wasn't actually really letting it go fully or efficiently. And so Jess helped me learn how to root down. And I'll say here that rooting is something rooting into the earth. It's very easy for us to say, get rooted in, connect to the earth. And something we look forward to bringing through more within this new platform that we're offering is what that really means. What does that, Like when you really sit and contemplate being connected to the earth, it's a deeply transformative way of moving through the world. It's not just this momentary thing that you do so that you can clear your system. It's creating a new relationship with the earth, which I think all of us have kind of been taught to not value or to think of in a very surface level way. And so anyway, my whole relationship to my body and rooting in and what that looks like has completely changed. And now that I actually know how to root in, I actually am clearing the energy that I'm mobilizing in the emotional work. So I come to the work primarily from emotions first because that's how I'm oriented. That's a divine feminine kind of work that I'm here to do. So I come to the emotions first, and then I bring in what Jess brings to us, this energetic clearing to then help it to leave my system. And I also use it to help me if I have emotion that I can feel is stuck in the back of my head or something, and I'm not able to release it through tears. I can, with my hands, actually help move it down into my throat or into my heart so that I can clear it. And that probably needs its own YouTube video or its own hour and a half to go into why and how that happens. So yeah, I come to it from emotions first and then use the energy clearing work to release everything. And Jess comes from the divine masculine side of the energetic work first and then weaving in the emotions. So this work can look like different things. And that's one of the things we want to bring to all of you is that you're going to take the tools and perspective shifts and everything that we're bringing, and you're going to marry them into your own system that works for you, because every single person is different. Every single human needs something different in order to heal. These are the tools that will get you there, but the combination and the way that you implement them is going to look unique to you. And the other thing that I want to say about the emotional tools is that yes, emotions are energy. And as we clear them, yes, you are going to be healing your body in a deeper way. You're going to have more vitality, more resilience day to day because you're clearing that. You're going to feel it in your body. But also, we are humans and we're not here to be isolated. We're not here to live without being connected to one another. We need connection and love and stability in our relationships. And so as you do this work, you're going to heal your body, but you're also going to begin to heal your relationships. Mm-hmm. You're going to show up differently in your life. You're going to have more bandwidth than you ever had. Hey, Megan. You're just going to show up differently. And so your relationships are going to change. You may have relationships that have really bothered you your whole life, that have been really triggering and difficult. And you may find that you have more bandwidth in those relationships, that you soften so they start to soften. So this isn't just about healing your body. It's about transforming the way you move through the world. You know, it's about bringing you greater ease and deeper connection and love for yourself and others in a true way, not in a surface level kind of love way, in a deep, feel it in your bones kind of way. So it's whole life transformation, not just body healing, you know?
So I just want to go back to what Claire was talking about just a minute ago regarding these divine feminine and masculine energies, because it's such a huge, beautiful concept that I think a lot of us are starting to listen to, right? There's this resurgence of divine feminine energies on the planet right now. And that's what we're all experiencing. You know, the chaos out there is insane because we've been under this wounded divine masculine energetic rule for thousands of years, right? So now there's this like evolution in human consciousness where literally the sentient being that we are made of, the earth, she has shifted. The energies on this earth and that the earth is made of have shifted, and we are made of that. We are breathed of that energy. And so what's going on is that we are actually becoming more inclined and aligned with the divine feminine energies that are coming from the earth and coming through us. And so what does this look like? It's the energy of presence. It's the energy of unconditional love. It's the energy of stillness and beingness. And so what's amazing about this is that, you know, we're kind of in this like pendulum swinging experience where so many of us are just like, what is even going on, right? The symptoms of this time have been massive. Physical symptoms, emotional symptoms, Because what's going on from my energetic read is that our bodies are recalibrating to become a balance, right? So we've been in this divine wounded masculine energy for so long, and these energies are the ones that cause us to drive, that cause us to seek achievement, material possessions, to live outside of ourselves, to be moving forward. As a doctor, oh my goodness, right? We've all been in it. We've just been ingrained with the more is better mentality. And now we're coming back down into the body, and it's actually pretty uncomfortable at times because, like, for me, the divine masculine approach to life has been easy. I'm well trained within it. I became an academic person. I was trained to go, not listen to my body, not sleep or eat or, like go into the hospital, work an 80-hour shift or work week rather. That would be intense. But like I was trained to turn off my own physiologic basic needs. And so what is happening for all of us is that we're learning how to come back into balance. And so the tools that I offer, yes, they're more divine masculine tools because we're literally doing something. We are diving into the body, moving the energy that gets stuck, the dense energy. And we'll go into all of this. I'll be creating a lot of content to just break things down as I have been working, to see them. What is this energy that we're talking about? How does it become structured in our body? How does it get stuck? How do we move it through, right? So these are the tools that I bring. But what I learned in meeting Claire and also in receiving a lot of her guidance is that that's only half of the equation, that we're actually all coming back into perfect balance within ourselves. And so when we develop tools, these divine feminine tools that Claire offers us are the presence of being able to dwell and be in that state of calm, stillness, unconditional love within our own bodies without needing to do anything. Claire taught me that I still have a traumatized toddler inside of me and many past versions of myself. Right? I'm just personalizing this, yes. But as a kid, I didn't know how to cry because I had some tough things happen when I was a kid, and I learned to be really tough, really stoic, and to stop crying. And so when I'm feeling sad, which happens pretty often still, because a lot of this stuff just needs to come through. Well, we love you, Megan. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, and thank you, Jennifer.
And yes, and all of you, please let us know how you're doing. And this is for you, by the way. We're talking because we haven't seen any questions posted, and we can talk all day because we have so much that we want to share. But we want to make sure that we're answering your questions about. Should we reveal the name of it?
Sure.
Okay, hold on. Let me just finish that thought because I was going.
She's
going.
on a roll.
I'm on a roll. So. Here's the cool thing about this, okay? When we work inside of our bodies, we all want to get better. We all want to feel better. We want to do something. I get that question all the time. What can I do? What can I do to feel better in my body? That's the easy part. In my opinion, I think the doing part of our lives, because we're so conditioned to do it, because we've been in the divine masculine energetic systems for so long, we change our diet, we exercise, we go outside of ourselves, right? And I do all those things, and Claire does all those things. I do a lot to heal my body. But the being part, the divine feminine aspect of it is equally as important. And right now, I actually think it's even more important because we've been so out of balance. And so with Claire and the tools that she's helped me acquire, and I still, by the way, feel like a very beginner. These are tools that for some of us are going to be a lot easier to acquire and integrate into our days. For me, because I've been so oriented toward the divine masculine energies and the doing energies, it's taken a little bit more time. And it's been an incredible process. It's not an easy one. And it takes consistency, and it takes patience, and it takes just being held and supported in the process of learning how to work within the emotional energies of our body. And so that's what I've been doing for the past year plus now. And it's transformed me. I can now show up on camera and I can really enjoy my life in a new way. I'm much more joyful. I'm much more childlike and silly. And I strive to be more goofy as I get older because I've been a very serious, intense person most of my life because I wasn't really a kid that had the liberty to flow and cry and play and, but we're just adult children here. And the more that we access the divine feminine energies, our inner kiddos start to feel trusting, to be themselves, to be more playful, to be more joyful, to be more free. So then we get the balance of both. We get to feel in our bodies that we don't have as much pain or restriction. We get to feel in our emotional bodies that we get to flow and feel it all, right? That we just get to be ourselves, no matter what's going on the planet, no matter where we are in physical time space, because this is all quantum. We know that. It's all hologram. So
yeah. Good morning, Penny.
Yeah. Oh, yay, everybody. I'm so glad that you guys are relating. Again, if you're here and you have questions, just go ahead and post them because we're about to unveil. Dun, dun, dun. Does anyone have a drum roll? What we're doing here, and we can get a little bit more specific now about our platform.
Yeah. So one thing I just want to say, Jess was just talking about support, and a lot of us came from social circles and families that don't necessarily understand or participate in emotional work, and that's okay. But it's a lot easier for us to engage in these new tools and practice these new tools when we have other people around us that are doing that same thing. So in our level 1, the past level 1 that we ran this spring, one of our participants said, I'm realizing that there isn't much of a structure in outer society to be doing this work, but especially as a man to be doing this work. And we were like, exactly, like this is why we want you all to come together. That's why we offer level 1s, and now why we're offering our new platform, because it's so, good morning, Pam. It's so important for us to be doing this in a group. If you don't have anyone in your physical life, in your outer life, that is doing this work, practicing these things and putting them into practice, then it's going to feel a lot harder to try to be courageous and do this on your own. But if all right, I'm going to practice in my daily life, and then I can jump on the platform and I can share my experience, and there are going to be other people there who get it, who don't think that I'm crazy for valuing this work and trying it in this new way. And they'll be there to hold you as you get pushback. If you get pushback from people in your physical life, it's just a lot easier. So that's one of the reasons that we're bringing this community together now, because our outer world isn't a pressure cooker. There are a million reasons to be upset, threatened, scared, worried, anxious. And a lot of people have lost their communities in a big way, or they've lost friends, or their friends have changed. They've lost family members, both physically and emotionally. People have become estranged. And so now is the time where I think we need more support than we've ever needed before. And I think more of us are hungry for something deeper. Mm-hmm. So this community is here to offer you those things. We're here to hold you in that. Oh, good morning, Katie. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Being a community of others.
We love having you all here. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just very excited.
Yeah, Katie said being in a community of others who are healing is so powerful, and it's really true. So what we'd love to do now, I think, is tell you what this platform is, how you can sign up for it, and just a little bit more of the specifics of what is inside it. So we have called this platform Self-Healing Immersion. In order for you to sign up for it or learn more, you can go to selfhealingimmersion.com, and we'll put this in the caption underneath the video after so that it's written there. And we'll be posting about it on our social media. On Instagram, Jess is Dr. Jess Bell, and I'm Healing Your Human. Again, we'll put that below so that you have that. But in Self-Healing Immersion, what you'll find is there are 3 different options for membership. We wanted all of the content that we post to be available to all of the levels. So if what you're really wanting is really great community where you can connect with other people and exclusively weekly content from us, all you need to do is register for that lowest level, which I believe we called Playing in the Tide. It's $9 a month, so it's not going to break the bank. And what you'll get in there is Jess and I will each post something some piece of content. It could be going outside and rooting with Jess and getting into the earth. It could be some personal share from either one of us of how this is showing up in our life. It could be breaking down smaller concepts and bringing them to you in a short video. But we'll both be posting at least once a week on there and giving you content. So at that lowest level, you get access to that. Also, even just at that $9 level, you get access to something called Give Support, Get Support. And this is your place to find other people and connect with them. So in there, what we've basically said, it's in the Mighty Networks, there are all of these little places where you can go, and they're called spaces. So if you click on spaces, you're going to see there are a bunch of different groups within there. And one of them is Give Support, Get Support. So in there, you can show up. And we just ask for you to mindfully share what's happening. If you're really struggling with a relationship in your life, or you had a conversation with someone that's like really sticking and you can't seem to move past it, you feel like you're being hard on yourself, or you're just having a really hard time, you're having a really hard week, and you would just, love to have a little bit of feedback from some people who get it, who are going to hold you and support you, that's where you can do it. So you can go in, it's kind of like a Facebook group. You can put up a picture if you want, you can write a blurb and just let us know what's going on. And then once you post it, any of the other members within Self-Healing Immersion, they can comment and say, I get this, this happened to me too. They can share what's happening in their lives and offer you support. And then the cool thing, and one of the reasons that we chose the Mighty Network platform to do this on, is that if you connect with someone in any part of the platform and you find that you're both commenting on the same things, or they're saying things that really resonate with you, you can direct message each other kind of similarly to the way you can on Instagram. So you can really connect one-on-one with people and really actually form friendships. That was really important to us. We really wanted you all to be able to find each other and really connect, not just comment on each other's comments. So that is Give Support, Get Support. And again, no matter what tier you buy into, even if it's just that $9 one, you're getting that. Okay, you're going to get Give Support, Get Support. So the community is built into every level. Also, for all the tiers, including that lowest one, you're going to get something called Awareness Circle. And that's my spot. That's where I'm going to jump in. I think it's every Sunday. And I'm going to post some little prompt, mirror work, some voice recording, witnessing technique for you to just play with that week. So the idea is you can log on Sunday or Monday, check out what that is, see what the prompt is for the week, and then play with it in your daily life. It's going to be really practical. Whatever I put up there is going to be a practical tool, practice, exercise that you can bring into your life. So the idea is to play with it for a few days and then come back. Let us know how it's affecting things. Did it change the way you responded in a situation that you would have freaked out in earlier and you found that you had a different response? Did you find that you were able to be a little bit more gentle with yourself? Did you have any realizations about who you are and how you move through the world? So it's a place where you can both learn and implement something new and then come back and share your experience. And we can all share it together as we do this work. And then the other place that everybody gets, no matter what tier you're on, is the Energy Pulse. And that's Jess's.
So the Energy Pulse is, and by the way, you guys, we're going to start a group healing session in about 12 minutes. So if you're waiting for that, I just want to let you know I'm going to stay on schedule. So we'll just talk until about 10:30, and then we'll go into that. So you can really get a feel for, what this might feel like in your body, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. The Energy Pulse. So, I love the expanded view of our bodies, and there are what I see as being 3 different influences on our physical body, which is just made of energy. It's made of energy. It's amazing. Okay, so we've got the cosmic influences, meaning what's going on. Oh, good. I'm glad. Again, I'm really glad that you're going to tune into this. Okay, so on the cosmic level, that's the astrological level. So for all of you that are really into astrology, as I am, I feel like I know like a tiny little fraction of it, but I've learned a lot more over these past 2 years in particular, because we are being more influenced in my experience, by astrology than ever before. Okay, and we're starting to really feel that there's a real thinning of that veil, and we're all, I think personally, I think we're all starting to get more aware of that. Hopefully, more and more of us will continue to get more aware of that because we are multidimensional beings, and we are influenced by those cosmic astrological sources of electromagnetic frequencies. So there's that wave going on. Then we've got the collective energies, meaning we're all made of the same exact energy. We all come from source. Every being on this planet, including the planet herself, we all come directly from source energy, the same energies. And so we'll feel those collective waves as more and more people wake up, as more of the corruption on the planet, for example, is getting revealed. There's going to be a lot more of that kind of scattered chaotic energy for a little while. And then my feeling is that, the divine feminine energies will come up and everything in time will just calm back down so we can all return to the state of love that we're made of. So as that shifting is happening, there's a lot of these tsunami waves of energy that we're all being bombarded with. Some of us are a lot more aware of that than others. And I know Claire and I are very sensitive to these energies. And then, of course, there's our individual energetic system and whatever it is that we happen to be working with. So the energy pulse is what I'm inspired to share. I get downloads a lot, especially in the morning hours. And so what I'm going to be offering to you in that platform is my experience, because I think that the more relatable that we can be to one another, the more we can share about our experiences, it normalizes the experience that you might be having, and you don't then feel so alone within it. So it's so important. This is all about family. This is all about community and coming together and recognizing that you're not alone, that what you're feeling is like, whenever I'm going through a really emotional time, I have sources that I tune into, and they offer me great comfort because I'm like, oh, wow, this is collective. Or, oh my goodness, there's a massive full moon today, for example, right? I was up at 4:06 in the morning taking a snapshot of that moon because it woke me straight up from sleep. And I had download after download after download of these energies that come through because of what's happening with the moon cycle right now. So yeah, I'll just be sharing, at least once a week. I know right now we're just going to be coming in. We're going to build this platform up as we go. But right now it's just, once a week we'll be coming in. And the energy pulse is what's coming through right now that you might be relating to.
So it might be yours, or you might, like this week you posted, what is her name?
Pam Gregory.
So she put up,
she's amazing.
She may put up a video of an energy reader. She may be giving you what she wants. And it also, I feel like is important to say, we may be coming on just like writing a post for you guys to respond to. We may put up videos. We may post videos from other people that we really like. We want this to be a resource, a place with great resources for you to find the people that we find to be valuable too. So you'll get not only content from us, but we'll share like our favorite videos of the week and things like that. So that everything we just said, give support, get support, awareness circle, energy pulse, all of that is available to everyone. We also have a little place where we've invited everybody to come on and share their healing journey and just introduce themselves to the community. And that's under topics. So we also are hoping to make this week just a little video tour of our Mighty Network. So that we can post that so you can kind of get an idea of what's happening within it and how to navigate through it. So we've got that first tier at $9. It includes a lot of community and a lot of content, but at that level, you won't get any live interaction with Jess and I. So we just wanted people to have access to the information and the community, even if they can't do the higher tiers with us. So the next tier up from that is $29, and it is called Diving In. And at that level, you get everything that we just talked about, the community support and the content. But in addition, you get one monthly group healing session, and you get a live Q&A with us. So we'll be going live on there. It'll be similar to how it happens here on YouTube, how we are right now, where you can type questions in the chat box and we can answer them. And of course, we'll have plenty of information to give you as well during that time. So yeah, you'll get a live group healing session and a live Q&A at that second tier. And then at the third tier, which is $49 a month, you get
Going deep.
Going deep is what it's called. You get 2 group healing sessions. Now, for a little perspective, right now, in this old model that Jess has been in, where you just register for one group healing session right now is $49. So for that price, you're getting 2 group healing sessions. You're getting the live Q&A, you're getting all the content and all the community, and we're going to do a live Zoom workshop where we're all on video, not a webinar, a live Zoom workshop for that highest tier on any topic related to emotion or energetic work. So what we'll do is the week before the workshop, we'll post all the different topics. I know it's a lot, Rebecca. We'll post all the different topic options, and then you'll get to vote on what it is. And then we'll all come together. That'll be on a Saturday morning. So within these groups, everybody will have access to the calendar. So you can see whatever level you registered for, you can go to that level and see what's on your calendar and plan ahead so you can attend the live workshops and the live Q&A and the group healing sessions. I will also just add, if you purchase the highest tier, if you purchase Going Deep, then you have access to all of the events within that level and everything underneath. Okay. And so if you purchase the second level, you have access to everything there and everything.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that with us. I don't know what your name is, but
good.
Amazing. Good for you.
Yeah. So we're so excited about this. We wanted to connect with you all and make this information and community and healing available to everybody. And we didn't know how to do it until we discovered this mighty network thought. So what we want to do is, everybody who's tuning in right now, we want to give you a free month trial membership to this platform so you can try it out and see what it's about. So if you can do you want them to send it to your Jess Bell email or a new one?
That's a really good question.
Detail we did not work out.
We did not work that out. Yeah. Let's give you an email address, and we'll also post it after the live is over. And
we can post it in the comments. What we want to do is, if you send us an email by noon today, what we'll do, and it's 10:27 right now, so you'll have an hour and a half. If you can send us an email to
my name. So my full, she doesn't know my name anymore.
We're really good at this part.
My full name is Jessica Bell, D-O. So JESSICABELL, and the letters D-O, as in my credentials, at gmail.com. So jessicabelldo@gmail.com. So send an email with a request. Yes, sign me up. And we'll send you a link for a free 1-month membership for the highest tier. Did we work that out? We'll give you the highest tier because we didn't work it out. So obviously you get the benefit of our disorganization. The other thing just that Claire did not mention is that these, there's no commitment on your part to go month to month to month to month. Meaning, sorry, you can cancel at any time. That would be an easier way of saying that. So if you try it out for the first month and then you sign up for another month, at any point you can end your membership. So there's really, we just want you guys to get access to this work. That's all. So 2 minutes.
Until you start that. Yeah. Okay. So we hope that this makes sense to everyone. We'll post, again, the link to Self-Healing Immersion underneath this in the caption. We'll post the email where you can send us an email, and then just come on and send us an email by noon today, letting us know that you want to try out the platform, and we'll send you a link to sign up. So I will pass you all off to Jess to do a group healing session.
Does that all make sense? I know there was a lot that we just offered here, and so if there are any questions right now, we've just got a minute or two. I want to honor my commitment to start our healing session at 10:30 Eastern time. But if we don't have any questions, then we'll get into it. So awesome. Beautiful. All right.
All right. I'm going to go sit on the couch and participate in the healing too. So I'll say bye to you guys.
Great. Okay, now we can lay that up.
No, I'm going to stop this.
Okay. All right. So, thanks, Rebecca. Yeah, we're so glad. We're so glad you're a part of this. We can't wait to meet all you guys. Those of you that are curious by what we're bringing here, we are here to help and support, this massive evolution in human consciousness. Our bodies are changing so much, and what we once were able to do as far as our inner healing before, we have more available now. And so it requires just a new tool set. And so, our hope is to not overcomplicate things, but just to make it really practical. I think that healthcare should be free because we are sovereign beings designed to self-heal, period. And so the medical system right now is not supporting us in that, but I am, and Claire is. So I'm so glad that all of you have found us because we are, as you can tell, really passionate about restoring the healing to you, giving it back to you, giving you the tools. So it has transformed both of us from the inside. And my life today is just, it's amazing. I have a lot to say and a lot of life experience to bring forward. So hello, my friend Karen. Oh, thank you for joining. We're about to do a group healing session, so get comfy. Amazing. All right, everybody. So, and for those of you who tuned in late and you want to catch it, we're going to send this is all being recorded. So yeah, Dr. Karen Robb. Anyway, I won't reveal you, but your name is in the chat, so people will be able to see who you are. Anyway, it's an honor to have you here. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into our bodies. So if you are in a place where, well, your name is being broadcast, so it's it's out there. All right, everyone. If you're in a place where you can bring your energy focus from the outside world back into your body, then this is a great time for you to find a comfortable position. I personally like to do this work while seated, and I often will sit either on a meditation cushion or on a stool. Upright spine is what helps to open the energetic channel through your body that runs from the base of your spine up through just in front of your spinal cord and your spinal column, right up through the top of your head and all the way up into the sky. That column of energy goes all the way down through the base of your spine and into the earth below. There are energy centers along the way, and inside of your body there are many, but today we're going to go through 6 of them. So we're going to ground in together, synchronize together, get into our hearts in a moment, and then connect to the earth, connect into our bodies, and connect into source. In a group experience like this, what's so amazing is that because we're all made of the same exact energy, when we synchronize, and that's what I'll help us do in a moment, we all support one another. We all synchronize with one another. We all synchronize with the earth, and we all synchronize with source energy. And so the healing is augmented. The more of us that come together, it's a powerful transmission. That means that you get an individual healing by holding and harnessing the collective love frequencies from our collective container, our group. Incredible. So begin by getting into your body by either closing your eyes. You can watch me on the screen if you want to. If you've been with me for a little while and you have been working with the tools that I have offered you, now would be a good time for you to play. You can play by bringing your hands to hover in front of your heart, a few inches, usually about 3 to 6 inches in front of your heart. And then just start to breathe into it. Breathe into the middle of your chest and start to feel that there is a space in the middle. And that space is filled with energy. The 4th energy center brings energy to your heart, to your lungs, to your thymus gland. The thymus gland is the fountain of youth gland in your body. And it secretes human growth hormone that repairs you and restores your vitality. So as you just tune into this one center alone, as I'm waiting for all of us to synchronize together here, one of the many benefits of opening up this heart center is that you will feel, appear, and be energetically younger. Good morning, friends. I'm Sean. It's great to have you here. Yeah. All right. So now, if your eyes are open, you can watch me. If your eyes are closed, breathe right into the middle of your heart. And now transition from air to energy. So know that the air that you breathe is filled with plasma, it's filled with ether, it's filled with energy. It is energy. And as you breathe into your fourth energy center in the middle of your chest, you're bringing more energy there. When you focus on the fourth energy center, you also bring more energy there. You're directing more photons to that center. So breathe in the energy to open it up. And now as you exhale, good, beautiful, everyone. We just synchronized. Some of you might be feeling it. And what does that feel like? You might just feel your body starting to settle in. Maybe it's starting to tingle a little bit. You might just feel your mind starting to slow down. You might not feel anything at all. It's all part of the experience. Some people feel a lot, while others don't really feel this healing, and that's all okay. Our bodies are uniquely wired and designed. And so now as you take your next breath, we're going to move into the third energy center. We're just bringing the energy down until we can connect into the earth. So the third energy center is found in the upper abdominal region, just below your bony sternum. And as you breathe into it, feel the energy move in. You can start to visualize it. It's oftentimes a small, kind of a baseball-sized center to start. And as you breathe in, you might just feel it expand to the size of like a grapefruit. So breathe in to feel that. And as you exhale, breathe out and allow your mind to wander down into the abdomen now. And as you breathe your next breath, find that space behind the belly button, 2 inches roughly below and behind it, which is the home of your second energy center. So breathe into that space just to notice what it feels like down there. Our lower centers often hold the majority of dense energies, or somewhere in the body that is connected to that particular energy center. We move into all cells of the body by moving into each energy center. We clear it all out, center by center, cell by cell. But first, we're going to connect to the earth. So now drop down to the first center, and that's at the base of your spine, just above the pelvic diaphragm. And you can just take your attention all the way down as far as you can go before you exit your body, and breathe in there. Now, there is a portal. As you breathe into that lower part of your pelvis, imagine that you are opening up a doorway. And that doorway opens to reveal a section of an energetic channel that synchronizes you with the earth. So the energy channel brings you down into an earth energetic center that I call the earth star. And that's often about 2 to 3 feet under your body. So breathe in to that first energy center. And now as you exhale, drop down. Take that energetic channel down into the earth star that is uniquely offered to you. Each one of us has our own earth star. It's kind of like a placenta that's with you throughout your whole life. And the energetic channel, the central channel as I call it, is that umbilical. It's like an energetic umbilical cord that connects you right back into the earth. Now breathe into the earth star to activate it, to expand it. And as you do, energy starts to rise up through that energetic channel and into your first center. And now just feel that center, the first energy center in your pelvis. And as you breathe in, it fills with the energy directly from the earth. Now when you exhale, breathe down, drop down to the earth and feel the energies move out from your first energy center back down to the Earth Star Center. And as you breathe up from the earth, fill the first center. Exhaling back down from the first center to the earth, you synchronize with those frequencies. Now, this is rooting, by the way. And so, what does it mean to root energetically into the earth? This is it. And so, if you find yourself feeling anxious or unsettled in your body at any point in your day, this first energy center, when connected to the earth in this way, brings you down into your body, calms down your central nervous system, activates your parasympathetic nervous system, balances the sympathetic nervous system that was causing the agitation, and synchronizes you with the neutralizing, healing, loving frequencies of the earth, rooting down into her beautiful crystalline grid. So feel that in your body right now as we all root together here. And this can be done anywhere. I actually recently did this on an airplane in turbulence the other day. It was a pretty powerful experience. Beautiful. Okay, everyone. Now, let's move up. So on your next breath, focus your attention first on the Earth Star, that energy center on your body. And as you breathe up from it, bring the energy through the first center, which is now open, into the second energy center, which is in the lower abdomen, 2 inches behind and below the belly button. And there's a lot of density on the left side, so some of you might be feeling where I am. So I'm just going to clear densities as I go. So I'm moving energy right now through the left anterior lateral hip region, which is where part of the proximal quadricep is found. One of the fun things that I get to do is visualize anatomy. When there's dense energy in there, it shows itself to me. So I get to see muscles and bones and things. And then as we move into those parts of the body and start to focus our attention there and breathe these energies through, those densities start to flow again. That's all the body wants, is to clear, transmute, and purge densities. It is aligned toward health and wholeness, and so it doesn't take a whole lot of effort on your part to get back into that state. And so we're on the left medial knee area right now. Let's just move energy right down through the whole left leg. So breathe up from the earth into the first center. And now as you exhale, breathe through that left hip and down through the whole left lower extremity until you can just kind of feel energy flowing down through the bottom of your left foot and back down to the earth. There we go. Good. Beautiful, everyone. Okay. Let's breathe up into the earth, from the earth rather, into the second center. And now let's just open up the right leg to balance you out. As you exhale, breathe through the right lower quadrant of the abdomen and see that energy moving, flowing. What we see or visualize in our mind is where energy is being directed. Our intention brings in more photons to that part of the body where we are visualizing it. So exhale your next breath down the right leg to open up the right limb root. Our legs root us down even more. And I'll be sharing a lot of techniques on the Self-Healing Immersion platform, because there's a lot of tools, specific tools to work with to help you to get into specific body regions, for example, organ systems, to work with all of the physiologic changes that happen in our bodies when our energetic systems are out of sync or in an incoherent state for long periods of time, as most of us have been experiencing due to the chronic stress states that we've been in for many, many, many years of our lives. Now, beautiful. All right, limbs just opened up. Now breathe from the earth up into the second center. And as you exhale now, breathe out toward the sides of your abdomen, the lower abdomen. We're going to open up that second center so that it just releases and dissolves into the surrounding energetic field around your body, out to the horizon. Good. Now moving up, we're going to the upper abdominal third energy center. This one is the powerhouse of your body. And this center, oftentimes when we feel rather disempowered in our lives, controlled, manipulated, victimized in certain ways, this center can close down and get very dense. And this can happen throughout our days, through challenging experiences, conversations, things we watch on the news. It just is a very sensitive little center. And when it's opened and flowing, we return to a state of self-empowerment and self-love. We can feel ourselves as sovereign beings. And this center is essential to work with when reclaiming your own innate self-healing gifts and capacities. Claire and I are here to teach you about how to be empowered sovereign beings again. Take ownership of your own lives again. And part of that and doing that is having open energetic centers that correspond to those particular characteristics and qualities that you embody. And so as you move into the third center, feel it starting to maybe pulse a little bit. I'm over on the left upper quadrant now, so this center also brings energy to your stomach, your spleen, your left adrenal gland and kidney on this left side. And then on the right side, we have your liver, gallbladder, the right adrenal and kidney organ systems, as well as your upper digestive tract. And so as you move the energies through the center, we're literally taking that energy and clearing out your organs from the inside out. An energetic bath, a cleansing, restoring your body to vitality. Now, as you take your next breath in from the earth, draw that energy into the third center. Exhale all the way out to the left side, clearing out that whole left abdominal and lower thoracic region. And now let's go to the right. So breathe up from the earth, draw the energy right up into that third center. Now exhale to the right side. The liver. Our liver does so much work. And so what a gift to know that we can support it and cleanse it without having to do nutrition cleanses. Those are also very supportive. But that energetically we can cleanse it as well. And when you combine those two things together, it's pretty magical how much clearing you can receive in your body. Breathe into your third center from the earth. Whew. Getting some pulsing in my own liver right now. And now exhale to the right side. We're going to push that density out from medial to lateral. So we're working through, right now there's a lot of sluggish energies in the lateral lobe. There's two lobes of your liver, medial and lateral. So I'm in the lateral lobe of the liver right now. We're just kind of clearing it out. Feels very dense in there. We've all been taking in a lot of toxins from our outer environment for a long time. So this is a really nice way to help your body restore itself from the environmental toxins and all of the other pollutants that we ingest every day. Okay, now take a breath, pulse that energy, fill up the third center, and you're literally just kind of taking that energy and you're delivering it to the right upper quadrant and clearing it out. There we go. Good. Now let that just flow. Feel the density leave your body. Nice. All right, that was a nice release. We just got a lot of that out. And so let's just go right back into the third center, breathing from the earth, draw the energy into the middle. And when you exhale now, breathe out through both upper abdominal sides. And see if you can feel that third center now open. There it is. Good. Now the lower three centers are all open. And when they open up, they start to connect with one another and communicate with one another. And this brings your body into coherence, energetic coherence. And now as you breathe from the earth, take all that energy up through your pelvis, through your lower abdominal region, upper abdominal region. And now we're going to move it right into the middle of your heart. And this is the way to restore an embodied experience of love, meaning self-love. We all want to feel and experience, give and receive more love in our lives. That's why we're here. But when we have dense energy that's making it so that we don't really feel very good in our bodies, the love that we can feel is limited. I call it sometimes a lower level love. And so as we go into our bodies first, rooting down and clearing out those lower three centers, as you now come into your heart, all that energy from your own body comes in, right into the middle of your fourth energy center. So feel that experience as compared to when we began breathing into the heart about 20 minutes ago. And now as you breathe in, there's more energy coming into the heart. It's more connected to your body. It's more connected to the earth. And so breathe in and feel the expansion of that energy across your chest. And now we're going to bring our attention as the energy begins to flow down your arms. The energy that pours through healing hands is the energy of love. The hands, the arms, the shoulders, they're all emitting the frequencies from your fourth center. And so when we open the heart center, breathe in from the earth, fill it up, and now exhale and see if you can feel that pouring of energy of love down your arms, through your palms. Beautiful. This is why we have healing hands. It's that our hands emit love. And now as you breathe into the heart, exhale all the way up to the sky and start to feel that upper end of your channel connecting into source. Breathe in from above you and breathe that energy all the way through the top of your head and into your heart. Good. And now just exhale down. Give yourself a moment to feel your body right now. We're going to be moving up into the upper two centers, the fifth and the sixth. But right now, just feel the love that's percolating through your body. And so now as you breathe, connecting into the energies from the earth, breathe up through the lower four centers and arrive right in the middle of your neck. This is where the fifth energy center lives. And when this center is open, it opens up the energetic channel between your heart and your head. Our heart is wise beyond our knowing and offers us an eternal feeling and knowing of love. So when this fifth center opens, that love is communicated to the brain. The love can rise up and be felt and known by the mind. And so as you breathe in now to that fifth center, start to feel it expanding, clearing out the thyroid gland here, the parathyroid gland, the middle portion of the esophagus, the trachea, the muscles, the scalenes, the lymphatic channels, the blood vessels and nerves that all run rampantly through this whole area. There's so much going on in the neck. And so as you open it up and widen this channel, love can flow up from the heart to the head. Now breathe into the middle of your fifth energy center from the earth. And when you exhale, breathe out, expanding it out in all directions until it dissolves into the horizon. Good. Okay. And so our last stop here is the brain. Let's go up to the sixth center, breathing from the earth, draw the energy up, feeling all of the energy centers of your body now emptying their contents, communicating with one another, and arriving right in the middle of your brain. The sixth center is found behind your eyes, 2 inches behind. And as the energy moves into the middle of your brain, it starts to activate mystic brain structures such as your pineal gland, which is equipped with internal sensors to read photonic light. As this center clears, opens, activates, it turns on your multidimensional awareness, supersensory abilities, your psychic abilities, your intuitions, and helps you to expand out from your human lens and into a new lens, an expanded lens that is the soul lens. So as you breathe all that energy into the sixth center, exhale to clear out densities, and these densities can appear as limited beliefs, old programs, ways of being that are just your habits, that are limiting you from really expanding into your fullest potentials here. So as you know and feel yourself in this new way, you recognize yourself as an energetic being made of limitless potential. And so just feel that. We create our reality in every moment with every thought, every awareness. And when you get to walk around in a body that's coherent and clear and quiet and calm and peaceful and connected, your thoughts change. Your reality changes. And new opportunities just come in magnetically. Your life changes from the outside in only after changing from the inside out. And so now direct your attention all the way up overhead, go all the way up, breathing in. We're just going to clear out any energetic debris that's available to move through each center. So breathe in from source. Breathe into the sixth energy center. And when you exhale, clear it out and let it expand all the way out to the horizon. And now going all the way down to the fifth center here, breathe in from source, draw the energy in with that breath. Good, exhale and release the fifth center, clearing that out. We're just rebalancing your body right now. Now coming down into the heart. The fourth center, breathe in from source, draw the energy in. And as you exhale, breathe that heart center out. Let it dissolve into the field around you, the unified field of energy that exists all around you. Moving densities out right now as we clear out the remaining debris. Breathe into the third center from source. And let that flow as you exhale. And now the second center. Find yourself in that lower abdominal region, breathing in. And as you exhale, release your energy out to the sides of your body. Any densities, any scattered energetic debris now flowing out around you. And finally, your root. Breathing into the base of your pelvis. Draw the energy into it. And as you exhale now, let it all go. Let yourself just melt and feel the heaviness of your physical body and all of its densities just purging from your system right now. All energy centers aligned, opened, connected, and coherent. And now just breathe into your heart to seal in and close down this healing experience. We're going to come back together in just a moment here. So just ground yourself back down again. Feel the earth under your feet. Feel your sits bones if you're sitting or the back body if you're lying. And breathe yourself back into your physical room and your physical body. And if you've never experienced a healing session like this before, it's always helpful to drink a lot of water. Water is a conductant. It will help release the rest of the energies that are moving through you. It takes oftentimes a couple days to integrate any of these. These are powerful healing releases. And so we're also in this big, huge full moon energetic right now. So just know that this day may be a day where you're clearing a lot. So give yourself ample space to rest and to flow in whatever direction you are called to internally. Allow your intuition to guide you. Let your body guide you. Okay. Wow. It's 11 on the nose. That never happens, but what a gift. So I'll bring Claire back on screen just for a moment too. Yeah. Thank you all. How are you all doing? Does anyone have anything to share before we end this live stream about that experience, or any final questions that you have for us? It is such a gift and such an honor to bring you these tools and to be a support. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
We love you guys. Like, we really do.
Yeah. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Yeah. We'll reach out and again, just good. I'm glad you feel great. Oh, hi, Peter.
Oh, hi, Peter.
Yeah, you guys, we'll come live. We'll be doing these intermittently. We want to offer free healing sessions as well. So, not everything that we do from here on out is going to be behind a paywall, but we do recognize that there's a level of commitment that happens. Energetic currency exchange helps you and helps your system to get engaged with this work. And so, we recognize that we don't want to cause any strain on your budgets. We just want to have you be committed energetically to the work and to your own healing, really. So, but reach out to us if this is a financial hardship for you, what we're offering, then please reach out. We want everyone to have access to these tools. And so we'll work with you.
And remember, send us an email within the next hour by noon Eastern time to Jess.
JessicaBellDO@gmail.com. So JESSICABELLDO@gmail.com.
So send us an email. Let us know that you want to try out the platform for a month. We'll send you a link to sign up. And if you do want that free trial, you have to use the link that we send you. If you just go straight to selfhealingimmersion.com, it won't, that free trial won't be applied. So use the link in the email that we'll send back to you. Sign up for your free month. And we look forward to seeing all of you there. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Have beautiful weekends.
Yes. Okay, Sean. Thank you. That makes more sense. All right.
All right, everyone.
Love you guys. We'll see you next time. Peace. That was awesome.